Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. And I've got to say that the current policy with the police is, of course, deliberate. They have deliberately let police numbers fall. They have deliberately said that policing will no longer be universal. There will be times when there aren't police available, particularly on some of the islands. They have deliberately said that low-level crime will not be investigated. The SNP are creating a criminals charter. They're allowing criminality to grow through deliberate policies. They are not protecting the citizens of Scotland. The one job, the first overriding and singularly most important job of a government is the security of its people, be that through armed forces for external security or strong policing and strong judiciary for the internal safety of its people. And on both those metrics, the SNP are failing. Now, they know what they're doing, and they've announced these things, and they will have announced them knowing the figures of a report that was released the other day. They announced this policing bill the other day, and they would have seen in advance the results of a report regarding, let's just say, individuals and citizens' safety on the streets of the nation. They've seen how bad it is, and they are deliberately reducing policing. What does that tell you? It tells you they want Scotland to become a lawless, failed state. Now, we've covered it in other videos, how they're destroying the various sectors of the economy on purpose. How they are now destroying the transport links on purpose. Because everything they do, they know. They know what they're doing, and they are told of the consequences of their actions, and still they do it. And so these policies are designed to purposely do what is happening. We'll take a look at this report, and it is astonishing that they are getting away with this. Scottish streets are less safe as stats reveal yet another rise in, you can see it, I can't say it too early in the video, but S&V crimes. Yeah, too early. You can read the words. The SNP's crime solutions are weak, say the Scottish Conservatives, following the release of new stats revealing the reality of life in the streets in lawless Scotland, made lawless by her and her policies, and before her by the then Justice Minister Humza Yousaf, a man who now basically says if you're under 25 you can do anything you like to a woman, you're not going to jail, you can get a community sentence, and by woman I mean child, and you'll get a community sentence. Very physical crimes, because they don't like the V word on YouTube. Very physical crimes have increased along with S crimes. I'll probably get late in. I can say sexual crimes now. According to the latest Police Scotland stats, there were 3,172 more crimes committed in the latest quarter compared to the same period last year. Police Scotland recorded 62,643 crimes in the first 3 months of 2023 to 24, a rise of 3,172 recorded in the first quarter of last year, where only 59,471 crimes were recorded. Say only, it's still massively high. The Scottish Conservatives have said that the streets are less safe under Humza Yousaf's weak SNP. Well, of course they are. And when you are deliberately, through your policies, weakening the police, lowering their numbers, telling them not to investigate certain crimes, and indeed, in some cases, not even providing police coverage at night, what the hell do you expect? And it is deliberate policy. It's absolutely their deliberate policy. The data found that there were 2,913 non-sexual serious physical crimes, recorded in April, May and June 23, compared to 2,500 last year. So that's a Nearly, oh, it says 370%. Sorry, 370 in terms of numbers increase. A 14.5% increase. This is a reflection of the lack of policing. Sexual crimes increased from 3692 to 3930 in a year. So again, that's a nearly 10% rise in sexual crimes in a year. What are they doing about it, apart from reducing police? The overall crime detection rates, and never mind the actual crime rates, the overall crime detection rates for crimes for the first quarter of 23-24 was 47.8%, falling from 49.3% the previous year. So detection rates are falling as well. So more crimes, fewer of which are being solved. Scottish Conservative Shadow Justice Secretary Russell Finlay said, Scotland's streets are less safe under Humza Yousaf's weak SNP. Humza Yousaf is making Scotland more and more like the country he professes to love. It will come as no surprise to police officers and the public that crime, including physical offending, continues to soar, given the SNP's slashing of police just to put budgets there. But numbers, budgets, backup, resources, everything is being done purposely to increase this and to make Scotland a failed state. As I said in the previous video, they want a nuclear wasteland for Scotland for when they leave office. Their severe cuts, he said, have left the hard-working officers without vital equipment and forces them to do their jobs with one hand tied behind their back. These damning official statistics come at the same week that Police Scotland was forced to admit they could not investigate all crimes. Cabinet Secretary for Justice and Home Affairs, Angela Constance, a woman who has been over-promoted to the point of satirical, comical effect. This woman is a moron. This woman is beyond moron. This woman is retarded in her outlook of what is going on. And evil because she consistently does it. She, of course, is helping to enable 25-year-old men to sexually attack children and make sure that they don't go to prison. She said, our police perform an essential role. It's not that essential to you, is it, love? In keeping Scotland's communities safe, which is why we're investing 1.45 billion in policing in 23-24, increasing the resource by 6.3%. An additional 80 million despite difficult circumstances due to the UK government austerity and our fixed budget. No, love, due to you wanking money away left, right and centre on glossy brochures about independence and wanking millions away on foreign embassies, wanking millions away on spin doctors. That's what's causing this, not the UK government. It's your government. Your government's choices. You are choosing to do this. Don't be blaming others for your own very serious shortcomings. Scotland continues to have more police officers per capita than England and Wales, with more than 350 officers than in 2007, and the recorded crime rate is one of the lowest levels in nearly 50 years. Both of them bullshit because it's higher than last year's. And also, it must be said, yes, Scotland may have a higher number of officers per capita, but think about this. England, the Met in London, one police force, has more policemen than the whole of Scotland. Scotland is a big country. If you divide the number of policemen, not by per capita, but by square mile, you've got the lowest. Policemen can't do their job because there aren't enough police and they're too thinly spread. And I've said this before. There was one time, I think it was about a month ago, when at one point there was 2 police cars patrolling the whole of Scotland. These are deliberate policies designed to give criminals free hand to do what they like, because it's what the SNP are wanting. It is deliberate. They are destroying the nation on purpose. Scorched earth policy. We've seen it in so many different ways, and now we've seen it in justice and policing. And she is doing it deliberately. A woman who does not care about victims, only that criminals are protected. I'm coming up. When you tell someone that the policy they are going to implement is a dangerous policy, and you point out all the things that any reasonable person can foresee will happen because of that policy, and they then choose to ignore you and still implement that policy, it means they are knowingly doing harm. And when you are knowingly doing harm to a nation, that is treason. These people are traitors. They need to be chased out of office, chased up a tree and have that tree set fire to. Or at the very least, dangled from street lamps as a warning to the others. Just this lot. Just take the SNP out now. You know the ones. You know the ones. The Angela Constances of this world. The Humza Yousafs. The Shirley Ann Somervilles for sure. They all deserve to get what's coming to them for the treason that they have committed in destruction of a nation state. I'll stop. Thank you very much for watching. If you like what you're seeing here on the channel, please hit the subscribe button. We need your support. We need to get the truth out, and it's only you who can help us get the truth out by hitting the subscribe button and by hitting the like button. So please do help the channel. Until next time, stay safe, stay well, and for heaven's sake, guard your family, guard your life. And if you have to carry something, make sure you have the ability to use it when you're attacked. Bye-bye.